Momma Mia, living with BPD. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Mia who had been struggling with intense emotions and unstable relationships for most of her adult life. She often felt like she was on an emotional roller coaster, with sudden shifts from intense happiness to deep sadness, anger, or anxiety. Mia had been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, BPD, a mental health condition characterized by intense and unstable emotions, distorted self-image, impulsive behavior, and difficulties in relationships. Mia's struggles with BPD started in her teenage years, but it wasn't until her mid-20s that she sought professional help. She was fortunate to find a therapist who specialized in treating BPD, and with their support, she started to learn more about the condition and how to manage her symptoms. Mia learned that one of the biggest challenges of living with BPD is that her emotions can feel overwhelming and difficult to control, which can lead to impulsive behavior and strained relationships. Mia's experience with BPD highlights the importance of seeking professional help when struggling with mental health issues. While it can be challenging to detect BPD in oneself, some common signs and symptoms include intense and unstable emotions, including extreme anger, sadness, or anxiety that can last for hours or days. A distorted self-image, including feeling worthless, ashamed, or like you don't know who you are. Impulsive behavior, including substance abuse, reckless driving, overspending, or risky sexual behavior. Difficulties in relationships, including a fear of abandonment, intense and unstable relationships, and a tendency to push people away. One of the biggest steps Mia took in her journey to manage her BPD was to be open and honest about her struggles with those around her. She found that sharing her experiences with others helped her feel less alone and more supported, which in turn helped her manage her symptoms more effectively. She developed a support system of trusted friends and family who could help her when she was feeling particularly overwhelmed. Mia's loved ones played a critical role in her journey to manage her BPD. They learned to recognize when she was struggling and provided support in various ways. Here are some ways that friends and family can coexist with someone who has BPD. Educate yourself about BPD. Learning about BPD can help you understand your loved one's experiences better. It can also help you recognize and respond to their symptoms in a more helpful way. You can start by reading books, articles, or attending a support group for family members and friends of people with BPD. Practice good communication. Communication can be challenging for people with BPD. So, it's essential to practice clear and effective communication. Be direct and honest with your loved one and avoid making assumptions about their behavior. Also, avoid using judgmental language or blaming them for their symptoms. Be a source of support. People with BPD can experience intense feelings of loneliness and isolation, which can exacerbate their symptoms. So, it's essential to be a source of support for your loved one. You can offer emotional support by being a good listener, showing empathy, and offering validation. You can also provide practical support, such as helping with household tasks, taking care of children, or accompanying them to appointments. Set boundaries. While it's important to be supportive, it's also essential to set boundaries to protect your own well-being. Establishing boundaries can help you maintain a healthy relationship with your loved one while avoiding burnout. You can set limits on your availability, communicate your needs, and prioritize self-care. Mia's journey to manage her BPD wasn't limited to her personal life. She also had to learn how to manage her symptoms while at work and in social gatherings. Here are some strategies that Mia found helpful. Take breaks. Mia found it helpful to take short breaks during the workday to practice mindfulness or other relaxation techniques. Taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, meditate, or go for a walk can help regulate emotions and reduce stress. Plan ahead. Mia found that planning ahead for social gatherings helped her manage her anxiety and avoid impulsive behavior. She would make a list of what to wear, plan conversation topics, and set boundaries for herself, such as limiting alcohol consumption. Use coping strategies. Mia developed a variety of coping strategies that she could use during stressful situations. For example, she would use self-talk to challenge negative thoughts or use distraction techniques, such as listening to music or reading a book. Set realistic expectations. Mia learned to set realistic expectations for herself at work and in social situations. She acknowledged that she couldn't control everything and that it was okay to make mistakes or experience uncomfortable emotions. Communicate with others. Mia found that communicating her needs and boundaries with coworkers and friends was essential. She would explain her struggles with BPD and ask for their support and understanding. Managing BPD in work and social settings can be challenging, but it's possible with the right strategies and support. By taking breaks, planning ahead, using coping strategies, setting realistic expectations, and communicating with others, people with BPD can manage their symptoms and lead a fulfilling life. Living with someone who has BPD can be challenging, but with the right knowledge and support, it's possible to coexist in a healthy and fulfilling way. By educating yourself about BPD, practicing good communication, providing support, and setting boundaries, you can help your loved one manage their symptoms and lead a happy life. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, it's essential to seek professional help from a mental health provider who can provide a proper diagnosis and treatment plan. With the right support, it's possible to manage BPD symptoms and lead a fulfilling and healthy life.